Hello, guys. Admiral Black here, of course. With the last rebirth of today, right now we got Justice League Rebirth #1. I saved this one for last because I'm very excited. It's the new one of the week. It's the newest comic that we're getting. Very excited for this comic. Been waiting for this one actually to get into the Justice League. But before I say any of that, before I get into any of this reading, I do want to say that if you guys haven't already, be sure to go back and watch the live streams I did on Batman Rebirth. It was good. Batman Rebirth. Go back and check that out. If you didn't, be sure to go check out Green Arrow Rebirth. Um, be sure to check out Superman Rebirth #2. All these are #2, by the way, except Justice League. And we have Green Lantern Rebirth #2, and we have Aquaman Rebirth #2. So I just did live streams to all of those. So if you guys haven't already, be sure to go back and check those out. Um, and now, oh shit, oh there it is. Okay, and now let's read us some Justice League, boss. John back there playing his DS in the back. Oh, he taking selfies. That's what he doing. All right, he probably gonna post that on Twitter. He better tag me. All right, so here we go. We got Justice League. Here on the cover, we have Simon and Jessica, which kind of lets me know that they're gonna. I think we're gonna get one volume of dealing with the Red Lantern. I mean, it's going very fast, and they kind of rushed into the situation, and I feel like they're gonna deal with that, and then automatically be picked up by the Justice League. And so I think that the Green Lantern comic won't last too long with Jessica and Simon. Maybe we'll get um maybe Hal Jordan or some of the other Lanterns will transition into that, but as for Simon and Jessica, but it's a possibility that they could get their own things too. You know, they might just show up occasionally in Justice League, but it's weird because all of these guys are doing their own thing. So I'm very interested to see how they're bringing everybody together in this comic. So I think that's the main thing I want to know is how they're gonna make all these characters come together in the Justice League. So that being said, let's go. All right, why here? Why now? Fear the Reaper by Brian Hitch. Okay. So right now we have some tentacle monster. Looks like aliens attacking a city.
I seen a lot of hentai to know where tentacle monsters coming for.
That's what I'm saying, fam. Well, you gotta read Aquaman, dog.
Boy, I ain't reading shit, boy.
Well, Aquaman, the best one this
I'm a
week.
Marvel fan.
Get the fuck out of here, dog. It's a DC stream. It's like, all right. It says, are there places where people like us don't exist, where mad gods don't walk the world, and things we do are just the stuff of legends or stories? That makes this world special. What makes this world special? We got all the Justice League here. Yeah, they're all here. Cyborg, Aquaman, Batman. I don't see Superman though. And Wonder Woman, of course. What do you mean, Clark? This Earth has been our home for years. Now we've been happy raising our own son, making a difference where we can. I know, Lois. This life with you and John has been great. Has been the greatest wonder of all. Okay. I know, Lois, this life with you and John has been the greatest wonder of all I've seen. I just can't shake the feeling that there's something more going on here, something I don't understand yet. We might have ended our lives on the world where we started living them, but we don't. We're here. So why now? And is it all connected to what? His death? The world's Superman? Maybe, I don't know. They might. The League? They were his friends, not mine. You're the world's Superman now. Maybe you should reach out. After all, it wouldn't be much of a Justice League without a Superman. We're outnumbered, 1,000,000 to 1. There are too many of them. Batman. For every one we stop, 1,000 more are there. Even I can't count them. There are so many. Oh, shit. Okay, so this is clearly an alien invasion, guys. Although it seemed to have resolved to be the soups last time, we have to go through it all over again, except the roles are reversed. That's true. That's true. It's very exciting to see the whole storyline with Superman. I love it. What's going on with him, especially with his son. It's so cool to see a little Superman running around. Enough for everyone in the city. Flash. Sonics are doing much job. Sonics aren't doing much damage. Let's try to remove them. Maybe we can find a way to stop this from getting even worse, Cyborg. No, not going to work. Too many, anyways. The infected, they're heading back to that thing. Need to stop them. Whatever it is, gathering this many people won't be for their own benefit. Come on. I see. I can slow them down. Okay. We're not getting anywhere, Diana. Can't even scratch his skin. My bolt of Zeus could shatter mountains, Arthur, and it's having no effect. This thing's spitting out seafood. Couldn't Aquaman try talking to it? Not this way, folks. We need another solution. There are thousands of people coming from all over the city, and it can't be everywhere. Plan B, Victor? On it. Boom tubes. Oh, he's create. Oh, okay. So he created a bunch of boom tubes that all these infected people that these little tentacle things are latching onto. He's trying to divert them there. Hey, Silberg, can you boom tube this thing wherever Apocalypse maybe? It's too big already. Tried. I'm opening hundreds of tubes. Taking the infected to Jersey should buy us some time. This thing alive, maybe we can talk to it. We can't seem to hurt it. We need to slow it down and have the means to Arthur. Well, we need to find some softer parts. That's going to mean going inside, isn't it? We're going to find its brain and negotiate the terms it surrender. Hmm. Okay, so they're fighting this giant alien invasion without Superman. Uh, I know that's kind of cool. I wonder if she'll get it in her comic because we haven't seen that. So I'm wondering if this takes place before all of their rebirths or after. That's what I'm trying to figure out now. They can handle it. They dealt with all of it, didn't they? Darkseid, Rayo, whatever threat came, they dealt with it. But they had a Superman then. Hundreds and thousands affected. Thought the Justice League on the scene. The world think of its heroes as gods, and when the world's Superman died, it showed you weren't that. You weren't that. You were just people. Amazing people, gifted, but still human, mostly. If I start this, there might be no going back. There never was, Clark. That's why we stopped looking for a way to get there. Here's where we are. Here's where our lives are. We try to make sure it's safe, a world for John to grow up in. Right now the world doesn't feel safe and it needs to, but the Justice League is one big man down. Look at the thing. Can you really leave it to hope that they will win this? You asked, why here? Why now? Because you're Superman, and that makes a difference. Damn, Lois, you giving the best pep talks in the world, girl. Oh, Simon and Jessica just showed up. Okay. Oh, they're in China. Okay. Oh, so they might not. Okay, they're in China. That's the third earthquake in many days, Jessica. Does that seem, I don't know, natural? We are so late. They're the Justice League. It will probably be over already. This is the first time they called us in, Simon, and we're late. I don't want to disappoint them. Flash is nice, but Batman skulls. Of course. We've already gotten to deal with the Red Lan- We've already got to deal with the Red Lancers, Miss Bliss. So New York first? You know the League arrested me once. Okay. That's okay, Simon. I once tried to kill them. Okay, so they did make references. Okay, so the Simon Baz and Jessica do have their own stories. When Simon got arrested by the Justice League for being a terrorist, and then he got his ring and he fought back. And then we have Simon, who was, we have Jessica, who got her ring and it controlled her, and she was creating constructs and hurting people. And so they made a reference to that, which is awesome, which kind of confirms that they are continuing off of their original stories, which is very exciting to see. Crazy how we got it in Justice League, though, not the Green Lantern comics, which kind of lets me know that maybe they'll be more relevant here, um, and they're gonna kind of come here more often than they will their own comic. Um, Saint Louis, Saint Soul, or Lieutenant Soul, what's confusing for you? It smelled worse in here than the Watchtower's men room after one of Vic's macaroon nights. It's fast in here. Do we know which way to go? With all the tubes they got open, my systems are way past red line right now. Can't get a clear reading. Flash, taking a look. We may not have been able to damage this creature's exterior, but we can inflict some damage from inside whatever it is. Arthur, headache. Does no one else hear the buzzing like a billion bees? Scout it this way. Definitely bigger than New York in there. Smells even worse. I'm getting sonar images, black fuzzy though. There's a massive chamber about the size of Central Park with some huge structure in the middle. Looks like it's connected to every other part of this thing. Connected? Like, alright. So now we're back on the Justice League Watchtower. Now they're jumping around a lot. The Justice League Watchtower satellite earlier. Okay, so this is a flashback. Everything is connected. Everything is just have to see the patterns and look for intent. I don't believe it's coincidence. Not with something like this. Superman's dead. Superman's dead, man. I looked up to him. Ain't you just being, paranoid? I told him once to question everything, that it was the only way to find the truth. He was our friend, Batman. Let's at least have time to deal with with losing him. He was more than that to us, much more. Oh, Diana's crying. I can't imagine your pain, Diana. Are you okay? I'm angry, Arthur. So angry. Not just about the loss of him, but that he's the man I knew, yet still a stranger. And that's my point. He claims he's Superman, but we know nothing about him. All we know is our Superman, our friend, died. There was another one out here all along. It can't be coincidence. There must be a reason, a purpose, maybe not his, but somebody's. What do you suggest we do? Invite him to join us. You trust him after what you just said? I trusted our Superman. And this other one, I want him close until we can figure out what's really happening. Okay, now back to now. I think this is its brain central. Wow, so they just entered the big alien and got to its brain. Arthur's on the floor screaming in pain. Okay, hold on, wait. The timelines and the tie-ins. I'm just assuming that that's just how it works because these are all cool stories, but I don't see the connections. Yes, I think that they're all dealing with things on their own terms. All the heroes have their own struggle right now. Like if you look at Justice League right now, there's no Green Arrow. Clearly, Green Arrow is off. Like everybody's assuming he's dead. He's dealing with his own thing in his comics, so he's not in here. Um, they already said that Simon and Jessica, they made mention to the Red Lanterns. They're dealing with the Red Lanterns now, and they're about to go fix that. But the Justice League just called them in for an emergency, so they're about to take care of that first. Um, I'm not sure if this takes place before the Red Tower was resurrected or after. I'm not sure at what point this is, but I know that this is after they've been together, after their power rings have been fused. So this is sometime between issue number one. Clearly, it's after issue number one and sometime between two and three. I think it might be before two because I don't think the Red construct has been erupted yet because they wouldn't really stop dealing with so, the war, like people being transformed by rage to go and deal with an alien invasion. But you never know. Flash, there's nothing going on with Flash. He's just doing his investigation, trying to figure out what Wally said, make sense of it. The same with Batman. So those two are free agents for the Justice League. Cyborg isn't doesn't have a comic, so he's a free agent for the Justice League. Uh, uh, Aquaman, he was dealing with his embassy stuff. So he's still there. He's still relevant, even though he fought Black Manta. He's still available to help out with the Justice League. And Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman's confusing because she's trying to find identity, and she has this new Thunderbolt thing, but she hasn't been shown with that in her comics. So I'm not sure what the timeline says about her. I'm not sure if this is before she went to Olympus and traveling the world trying to figure out her history, her past. I think this might be before that point, but I'm not sure. As for Superman, we know that in the last Superman issue number one, they showed the Justice League coming to him and talking to him. So this is actually before he talked to his son. Oh, he took his son in the last chapter. So this comic came before the last Superman that I just read. So hopefully that helps clear up a little bit of the timeline, or at least how I see the timeline. Like I said, the ones that are confusing to me and raise the most questions are definitely Wonder Woman and the Green Lanterns. But that's just my opinions. Okay. So Arthur's on the floor screaming and playing. He's like, Arthur, what is it? I can hear it. I can hear it's thinking. It's called a Reaper. I think it's here to harvest humanity. Harvest for what? I can't make it all out. Just that it's our time to be harvested. This is just the first. There are others coming. Lots of others, more reapers, enough for the whole world. Trying to open a boom tube inside his brain. Summon it somewhere out of Hackensack. Get hundreds of tubes open outside moving to keep ahead of those tentacles. Tentacles. Wait. Too much overloading. Action scene, people. Okay, so there's more aliens inside the aliens. Can't keep the tubes open. They're collapsing. Well, this all looks horrific. Reading several human life forms inside. Think it's them? Where else could they be? Got the location, straight line, right through this thing. Oh wow! So they're able to penetrate its skin. Incoming, green stuff. Jessica's here. She's not alone. So this is the brain of some massive alien creature. Plan? Or oh, Superman's here too. All of you, target those areas. I've hit with everything I have. Okay, so with the Green Lanterns and Superman there, they're gonna do a lot of damage. Oh, they got a group attack going on. This hype. Yeah. Okay. Okay, here we go. So they just took the thing down from the inside. What's going on? Cooking dinner? Are we? Oh my god. I scanned in on the way, and it seems to be techno organic. It pinpointed some crucial systems to disable. It will regenerate in time, I think, but we've heard it for now. It's still talking. It's saying it's not alone. It says our time is up, that a judgment is coming. It says its way would have no. It says its way would have been mercy. Sorry, guys. I'm dyslexic, so I have a hard time reading these comics. Okay, this is mercy. Okay, Batman tell he's like, this is mercy. Leave. Tell all the other Reapers, tell everyone and everything like you that this world is protected. Whatever comes will face us. Consider yourselves warned. We stand guard here. We're the Justice League. Run. Okay, Justice League looking real hype right now. I couldn't make everything, but it feels I got was this huge start. Something truly terrible is coming, bigger than we've ever faced. We'll be ready, Arthur. Will you? I'll be around. So the Wonder Twins did well. Hal Jordan was right about the two rookies. Yeah, Jess, you were great. Really? You think so? Standing right here, dude. So Flash clearly likes Jessica on a personal level, and then he really doesn't care for Simon. Today, I know that shot was really amazing. This one right here, probably the best shot. Probably gonna get that and put it as my wallpaper for my desktop. Today, the Justice League once again stopped something alien and horrific from causing mass destruction. As yet another force sought to eradicate us, destroy us, or enslave us, our world stood firm. These people are our first and last line of defense against the worst that dark places can throw at us. They are our heroes, the Justice League. Next, the Extinction Machines. Okay, so here we go. Bam. I think this page pretty much sums it all up. So this is exciting. This is exciting. Yeah, like I said, none of these people here have a big enemy right now in their comics or that I've shown right now. So I think they'll do really good with a Justice League comic. The only ones that have a big enemy are the Green Lanterns, which I think now that we show that the Justice League is calling them, I think that they might end up calling the Justice League to help with the Red Lantern Corps, or at least that's what I think will happen. Because I mean, the Red Lantern Corps is kind of corrupting thousands of people, and that's something that the Justice League deals with. So I think that establishing that they do have a connection with the Justice League, I think Simon and Jessica will be calling for help with the Red Lantern arc. Maybe not. It's good to see Cyborg. Actually, going to read a Cyborg comic. I'm very excited to learn more about him. Excited for all these heroes. Um, I think we got a good squad. I think the Green Lanterns are a pretty cool alternative for Hal Jordan. I'm kind of very interested to see them. Like I said, we did get confirmed that they are going off the stories of these two, of how Simon got tried to hijack a van. He was a thief. He tried to hijack a van. Turned out to have a bomb in it. Got arrested. Got his ring. Broke out of prison and was fighting with the Green Lanterns because he couldn't control his ring. While Jessica was being controlled by her ring because, believe it or not, Jessica has a special ring. I can't remember the name right now, but it's a special ring that actually consumes the user and it runs on your fear. So the more fear you have, the stronger that ring is. But it's not a yellow ring; it's a green ring, and it was a special ring had by Jessica, and that's why it chose her because she had anxiety, she had fear, and it sensed that and it fed on that. So I think that it's really cool to see the backstory for these two coming into play. Once their individual comics start picking up, I'm kind of curious to see how they go. Um, Yeah, it's gonna be a very interesting to see how they're gonna handle having characters have multiple comics. As you've seen, we have Batman's gonna be in Justice League. Batman's gonna have his All Star comic. Batman's going on an action comic. Batman has a Batman Rebirth. He has a lot of things going on. Superman has the same thing. Action comics. He has Justice League. He has Rebirth, and so seeing these characters with so many different comics is going to be a hassle. I think keeping up with the timeline is going to be a hassle, trying to know what comes where. Because honestly, this Justice League comic might come after the next Wonder Woman comic because, as I said, Wonder Woman got a new weapon in this comic didn't have, but she hasn't had in her latest rebirths. So maybe it's something that she gets in next week's comic. So I think the timing of these is going to be kind of difficult to deal with. But overall, very excited for the Justice League. I mean, they just took down a massive alien, and he said that there's more coming, more excitement. And whenever the Justice League comes together, you know it's going to be big. So, with that said, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. This is my last DC read for today. If you haven't already, be sure to go watch Aquaman, Green Lanterns, Superman, Green Arrow, and Batman. Did a review for all of those guys, all issues number 2, and really good. Right now, my favorites out of today's set completely goes Aquaman, Green Lanterns, then Justice League. Um, Justice League was pretty good. If not Justice League, then I'll say Superman. But Justice League was pretty good. It was up there. It did a good job. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for following me through this whole adventure. Be back next week with more comics for you. And yeah, catch you next time. Later.